Welcome to Common.gov.sg. This is a project by me, Kaiwen, and Aaron. So have you ever wanted to know about careers at a different agency? Maybe you would ask your friends, go on the agency's website, or search on LinkedIn. Have you ever been confused about how to handle data at your agency? I know I have many times. Maybe you'll ask your IT department, they'll knock on several doors across government, and you'll get the answer 1 month later. This actually happened before. Or have you ever wanted to learn from other designers in government or HR professionals if you're a HR professional? Maybe you'll attend an annual event or you'll join a Telegram chat group. So one thing you'll realize is that these ways of finding information are pretty slow and they don't take advantage of the scalability and the connectivity that the internet provides us with. So clearly we have a lot in common, but why is it so hard to find the right answers and people? So you may ask, what about enterprise communication tools? Aren't they designed to help us do this? I've just put 2 examples here. So for example, Slack. Slack is really optimized for real-time work collaboration, but it's not really good as a repository of information. You generally won't look at chat messages once they're out of date by even like an hour or 2 hours, right? As for workplace, we did some surveys and it's seen by many public officers as for official communication, but most users don't see themselves using it for many purposes in day-to-day life. One thing that we learned from workplace though is that communities can really unlock a virtuous cycle of value creation. So here you see that this is the FormSG workplace group. It's actually the largest workplace group at 1.9K members. You see that FormSG users are responding to each other's help requests without our help at all. So this is obviously a great thing for us because we have so many support requests and we take time to respond to all of them. And this is something that we want to increase more and more so that users can help each other and we don't have to spend so much time servicing them. Hence, we wanted to create Common.gov.sg, a tool that would help public officers help each other, a tool that will collate and unlock the latent knowledge of over 120,000 public officers, and a targeted solution that's really no frills and very low cost. So now I'm going to show you a really hackish demo. This was done by 2 engineers in 3 days, was adapted from open source software, and it doesn't really have any professional design input. It basically was just us figuring out where to put stuff. Can you guys see the demo screen?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so once you log in, the idea is once you log in with your gov.sg email, if you're a public officer, you would land on this page, which is your top feed, which shows all the content that you follow. So I think this is pretty standard for forums. You might have seen this model on like Reddit, for instance. To search for a topic, to search for info on a topic that you have in mind, or to ask a question, you can simply search on the search bar here. It's perennially located in the center to encourage you to search before asking a new question. So if I search for healthcare data, for example, I can see this question that was previously asked. And maybe I figure out that, hey, I'm interested in this community, safeguarding data in government, because I always have questions about this. So great, I can click through and I can see all the posts from this community. I can watch this community so that it appears in my feed thereafter. And most importantly, not only can I join this community, I can actually, by visiting the communities page, I can browse for other communities that I'm interested in as well. And we see that, for example, this page has a FormSG community, has a designers community, has a community for discussing digital workflows in government, people and culture, instruction manual FAQ. I'm sure this will be very popular. So you can see how there are potentially really many communities in government that could benefit off this kind of infrastructure and support for our users. So that's what we can already do with only 3 days of development work. The impact that we're trying to create at the end of the day is to save time and communication overhead for agencies. People like us who don't have time to, if we're running a product, we don't have that much time to respond to so many users every day. We also want to accelerate interagency learning and the propagation of best practices across the government. So I think, or design, for instance, people and culture, that's a great example of one area where if we do well in one place, we can quickly spread the learning to other places with a tool like that. As for next steps, so this was obviously a really hackish app. We want to productionize and launch. We'll start the user testing with FormSG users and maybe the org design community. We're going to do like professional design, and we're going to put in a community search bar, which we currently don't have. In Q2, we want to onboard the first community, so we envision them to be support groups for products like SyncPass, FormSG, Postman, and also professional interest groups that could really benefit from connecting with each other. Also high-value features like moderation tooling. These are the commoners, Kaiwen, Aaron, and me. Thank you.